We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
Once you cross over, there are things in the darkness that can keep your heart from ever feeling the light again.
I'm a violent man, a terrible, powerful, violent man. Value loyalty above all else.
What can I do? What can I do? You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
You're a monster.
Bad things happen to good people. That's a reality you need to accept. You crossed a threshold, leaving your world, entering mine.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
The truth is that you're a sick, twisted man.
That feeling you have right now, that anger, I want you to hold on to that.
What a story, Mark.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Okay.
All right. Switch this over. All right, live here. Okay, just checking the stream. All right, really big shoe, really big shoe. What's up, dudes? What's up, ladies? Hold on, let's do this right. What's up, dudes? What's up, ladies? All right, come on in now. Have a seat. You are looking fine today. All right, enough of that silliness. All right, man. Really big shoe. So, last time I'm going to say this. These streams don't have any particular focus, such as the, the Plugin Lives stream is about one thing. These streams are more podcast style, so we cover a lot of stuff here. Also, these streams are 720p. Usually when I do the streams, I stream at 720p because I am surrounded by fiber, but it won't reach here. Like a few hundred feet, actually. So we're stuck with 720p for now for the stream. Now, I usually record these and then re-upload my streams, but the studio streams, I just stream them, so it is what it is. All right, so it's going to be 720p. Straight up, no re-upload is what it is. Last time I'm going to say that. All right, on to what we're actually doing here. So number one, of course, BenoniStudio.com. You can always go there for a ton of information. Pretty much all the videos on YouTube, not all of them, but the latest ones will be here as well. Nice search feature, so find whatever you need to find. Of course, there's the BenoniStudio on Amazon. You can head over here and make money from this storefront. Required to actually say that, believe it or not. Bunch of stuff here that you can buy for professional creators and hobbyists, all that good stuff. All right. Link will be in the description below. All right, let's go ahead and actually get into this stuff what we have today. Let's start with, let me see here. Let's start with this. So today and today only, there is a, let me find it here. It's a sale on CLA Classic compressors from Waves. And it's only today, and it's only at audiodeluxe.com. It's not at Waves, so it's 59 bucks today. Head over to the Waves site. It's 99 bucks over here. So I can't give you a code to get any money off on this one. Well, I mean, I will. But I can't, I can't give you a code, that you can directly use. Those codes, which will be in the description to get 10% off of Waves plugins, only work at Waves. But there is a little something you can do over here at Audio Deluxe, and I get nothing for this. You know, for the referral codes, which, by the way, if you use Waves, you can always, you know, post your own referral codes as well. Over here at Audio Deluxe, let me actually go head over here. So it's $59. I don't even have these here, but some people swear by these plugins here. And you get 4 modeled plugins based on classic compressors: CLA 2A, 3A, 76. You get the Blackie and the CLA 76 Bluey as well. Now I do have the CLA pack, the Signature Series, which is pretty cool. And the CLA pack is worth it. The Signature, where you get bass, CLA drums, CLA effects, CLA guitars, so on and so forth. And I already have a stream about all of those, which I'll link in the description either now. Well, let me just do it now. Let me search here. Actually, wait, I know where it is. Let me grab it here. Okay, maybe I don't. I don't have it here. Well, just search my channel then. I did a live stream on all of the CLA Signature Series, but I think the stream got cut off, so it's not exactly full. But let's go back to the compressors. Now, this is today only. All right, so if you want these, head over to Audio Deluxe. Let me go ahead and grab this. Copy it. I'll put it into chat. And I'll also link it in the description if you want to get this. Paste that in there. So CLA, this is Waves. CLA Classic Compressors. Compressors sale today only. Okay. So that description will update in a couple seconds. All right, so head over here if you want to get it. Now, Audio Deluxe is pretty cool because they usually have extra rebates, but you have to be signed in and you have to have an account. Account is absolutely free to have, by the way. So let me actually pull this over here for now. I'm going to add it to my cart. Now this is, if you've never used Audio Deluxe, look at this here. In your cart, an extra $10 off, $48.77. Again, over at Waves, $99. You know, and even with that money off that I can give you 10% off through that code in the description. Obviously, that doesn't even come close, you know, to the 48. But here's another little tip, which is pretty cool. The current code is YNY23. So type that in. Add that coupon. This is sort of a secret. I get nothing for this, by the way. Takes it down to 44. So if you've been wanting those classic compressors, which, you know, the last couple of streams we talked about, it's so much cheaper to actually just buy these things on sale than trying to do the Waves Flex, which is like $20 a month for like 24 months. It's just, you know, if you grab these on sale, especially in bundles, it's much, much less. So again, that's in the description below. I don't get any kickback from that at all. But if you want those compressors, which again, I don't have them, so I can't tell you how good they are. I don't have these. But some people like those old modeled compressors. And they do sound good. All right. Let me link this page too, at Waves. Copy that. Let me put it in the description. There we go. That'll update as well. All right. So that's sale. Now there's another sale, which I mentioned the other day. Singles Day over at itmightgetloud.org. Now this expires in 1 day. And you can get all of the samplers for $20. And I have videos for all of these as well. Let me see if I can... Nope, wrong one. This is what I want. Actually, I'll link that after the video because I have a playlist for all of those. Over here. All right, so itmightgetloud.org if you want to get any of those samplers. Assault drums, die switch drums is pretty cool. You know, it's already pre-mixed, pretty much. Gent Thugga is pretty cool. Gent Hugga. Riot drums. The Colt drums. Koji's really cool. Salt drums. Again, I have videos on all that already. So, the next thing is, I think we got some questions here, which I've already answered, but I'll go through them here. Okay, so, sorry for the question. If there's an external USB drive, hard drive, what capacity what capacity does Native Instruments Complete need on my internal computer SSD? Okay, and this was a comment on a video from Complete 11 Ultimate on how to install it onto an external hard drive. Okay, so the question is, and for those who don't know about Complete ships on a hard disk drive. Okay, it doesn't ship on DVDs. Now, Complete back in the day, up into I think it was 9, maybe it was 10. It used to ship on a ton of DVDs, like a ton of DVDs, and you would have to insert them over and over and over and over and go through all the DVDs. Well, now Complete ships on a hard drive. Right, comes on a hard drive. Now, there is a misconception that the hard drive is sort of plug and play. Well, it's not. It's not plug and play at all. The reason for the hard drive is to install from. It's cheaper for them to just make a hard drive. It's easier for everybody to just include one hard drive, plug it in, use native access to install everything. It's just quicker, it's faster, cheaper than using all of the DVDs. Okay, so that hard drive that's included is not plug and play. It's for installing from. You can't install to it. Okay, again, you cannot install to the hard drive that comes with Complete. It's not its purpose. All right, so you have to install onto your hard drive. Now, on the Complete 11 video, I mentioned installing to an external or at least to a secondary hard drive. Okay, that can be external, it can be internal, it does not matter as long as it's a nice, fast hard drive. Okay, but the question is, how much, what's the capacity? And like I say, it depends. It depends on how much you install. The libraries are what takes up all of the space. The actual applications are only going to take up maybe 7 to 10 gigs, but it's the libraries that are going to take up all the space. So if we compare, so for example, just standard Complete 12 is 220 gigs. Now keep in mind, that's what they say without compression. Okay, so it's not actually going to be quite that large. Now Ultimate 600 gigs, and then Collector's Edition 900 gigs. But whenever you actually dig into this, so standard Complete 12, you need 10 gig of free disk space, and that's basically for just the applications, basically. But if you want to install everything, it's 170 gigs. Okay? So again, that's standard Complete 12, 170 gigs. We head to Complete 12 Ultimate, that's 490 gigs for complete installation. Now again, if you look at the sample libraries, over 600 gigs, keep in mind, Native Instruments uses their own proprietary compression, so it's not actually going to take up 600 gigs. All right, it's going to take up 490 gigs. And next, if you get the Ultimate series, or the Collector's Edition, that's 670 gigs for the complete installation. Let's just say the complete installation. I need a rim shut sound effect. All right, so that's your answer. Up to 670 gigs if you have the Ultimate Collectors. Otherwise, it's 500 or I believe it was like 120 for standard 12, 170. All right, so make sure you have enough internal space. If you have one SSD, it's okay. It's still best to always install, sample libraries to, their own hard drive. At least in my opinion still. It just keeps things cleaner. If you ever have to reinstall your OS and you wipe everything out, it can be a pain to have to reinstall all of your samples. So if you have a secondary hard drive and your main hard drive fails, your OS hard drive fails, or you have to reinstall Windows or Mac or whatever. This way, you'll always have your samples, already on a different drive, and it's no problem that way. All right, so that's that question. Already answered it in the on YouTube there. Next one was about the Zoom H6. So do I have to use batteries when using the Zoom H6 as an audio interface? Okay, the answer is no. You don't have to. It's suggested to if your computer doesn't supply enough power from the USB. And I have that here somewhere. Here we go. So when using a computer that does not provide enough power through its USB bus, and when using phantom power, because the Zoom H6 does have phantom power, okay, for the microphones, you might not, depending on your computer, it just may not give out enough juice to power your microphones and to power everything else. Okay, so if you're having problems, if you're having low gain, if you're getting clicks and pops, you might want to try throw some batteries in there. I'm using the Zoom H6 right now, plugged into the computer with USB bus power, and it does fine. But then again, I'm not using phantom power because I'm using the Rode Procaster, and that's a dynamic microphone. All right, so the answer is no. You don't have to, but if it's not working correctly, go ahead and pop some AA's in there. 4 AA's is what it takes. All right, next up, I downloaded this and loaded the library manually. No instruments are in it. What am I missing? So that is from what is that? Red Room Audio Color Palette, which is a free orchestral kit for KONTAKT. So let me get in here. What are you missing? I have no clue. I don't know. So usually you'd come here to Files. Oh, where do I have that anyway? I think it's on E. And I think I have it here. Let me find it. Here it is, Red Room Audio. So just choose Red Room Audio in your files. Again, it's not going to show up under libraries. Do I have this page up? Here it is. So here it is. You can get this for free. All right. It's a great one too, by the way. I already have a video on this as well, which let me go ahead and find it, and let me link that. Just Control Shift F. Sorry, Control F, not Shift. And this is KONTAKT. There it is. All right, so that video, if you want to see that, you want to hear how it sounds, I'll paste that into the chat, and I'll also put it in the description. Copy that, and I'll pop it in here. Paste that in there. Get rid of that. Okay. Paste that in there. All right. So that should be in the description now, so you can watch that video and head to that location and download this for yourself. Pop this back up. So again, usually you come over here to Files, Red Room Audio. Here's Primary Color Palette. Let me actually head in here. And there's your instruments. Double click it right there and just drag it in. So if that's not showing up for you, I don't know exactly what you're doing. Try to download it again, re-download it, and just follow the instructions in that video that I linked. That'll show you everything you need to know. Let this load up. All right. Get these off here. All right, so that's that. All right, I think that's the last of those that I had. Yeah. Yeah, so if it's not working, again, just watch the video I linked in the description and follow those steps, re-download again, whatever you need to do. But that's how you load it up. All right, so that's all of those questions. All right, cool. Now, next up is video editing, man. Video editing. So here's a free video editor, which I've already done a video on. This is called Hitfilm Express. But there's another free video editor that's pretty cool and very full-featured. And that's called Davinci Resolve 15. And this is free. So this is Davinci Resolve here. This is Hitfilm. Both of those are free. And this is Media Composer, which is not free. There is a first version of Media Composer, but it causes people some problems. Maybe it won't for you. I don't know. You can always try it out. But the full version is definitely better. Now these two, Hitfilm and Davinci, these are more similar to Premiere Pro. So if we look at the editing tools, for example, in Davinci, you have, of course, a razor tool, which you don't have in Media Composer. So if I want to make a cut, use your razor tool, cut it, right? Same thing for Hitfilm. So you have a razor tool here. If you want to make a cut, you select that and make your cut. In Media Composer, that's different, and that you use this Add Edit button, or you have it mapped to your keyboard like I do. And there's your cut, right? So those are a little bit different. So to get this for free, you can head to, see where I have this, right here. I'll put this in the description. Copy that, and I'll pop it in here. Pop that in there. This is a free video editor. There we go. That's a free video editor there. And you can also get Hitfilm Express, which is also free. I'll pop that in down there too, in case you want that one. Pop that in there. There you go. So try out both of them. They're both pretty full-featured. Now for Hitfilm, if you want to learn it, you can always come to this Home tab. They have a bunch of tutorials there. They have a ton of tutorials on their website or on YouTube as well. Now for Davinci here, you can, let me get rid of this. Don't need that. Don't need that. You can head over to Premium Beat. They have a crash course that you can watch. Of course, there's stuff on YouTube as well, so you can learn that for free. I haven't done a ton of stuff in Resolve, but it's it's fully featured for a free video editor. It's hard to find anything better than this. There's Hitfilm too, which is also very good for an actual free full featured editor. Let me pop this in down here too. Pop that in there. So this is copy that and paste it over there. All right, cool. So that's in the description now. So both Hitfilm and Davinci work in a very similar way. Let me go to my stock video, for example. Just stock videos. If I can just grab one, I can just drag and drop it in real quick into our media pool. Just give it a second for that hard drive to spin up again. There it is. All right, so you just pop it right in. You can mark your ins and outs. You can just drag it in and start editing. There's basic. Well, let me change my tool there. Control Z out of that. Grab my arrow tool. You have your basic trim tools, and it's pretty easy to figure out overall. You can do a lot of stuff with this. And by the way, it does come with effects. Just come up here to your effects tab. Here's video transitions, open effects, which it will use. You can find some free open effects, and I'll actually show you some here in a minute. But effects are pretty simple to figure out. Just grab it, throw it on your clip, and right there you can already see that effect. Now to edit that effect, up here to the inspector, open effects, and right there it is. So we can change this effect however you want. All free. If we look at the effects library, you'll see I have some new blue stuff in here. Now those were paid. But there is this ignite, all of these ignites here. All these are free. So you can get a bunch of effects for free as well. And I believe these are included in Hitfilm Express. But you can get them for other editors as well. I don't think I need this anymore here. Just get rid of it. So if you want Ignite Express, I'll link that too. Right here. Let me grab it. And I already have a video on this as well. But I have a video showing it in Media Composer, because these effects will work in Davinci, they'll work in Premiere, they'll work in After Effects. Let me find that here, and I'll pop it in the description. Nothing there. Let me see here. Oh, I know what it was. Media Composer. Going through this list here. There it is. Copy that, and I'll pop it in down here. There we go. So you can watch that video. And I'll also grab the link, and I'll pop that in too. There we go. So whenever you get, if you happen to get Davinci Resolve, you want more effects for free, you can do this as well. Night Express, free VFX. There we go. That'll update in a couple seconds. You can see here what you get, a bunch of different effects here. And they're high quality effects as well. Take a good look at the list there. Apple Motion, here's Davinci Resolve, Media Composer, Premiere. So it's not just, it's not just Davinci or Media Composer. It's all of these here, and it's a good, collection of different effects to get. They're actually, high quality stuff. So if we go through them, I'm not going to go through them here. I already have a video showing them in for Media Composer. And it's going to be the same thing. Just obviously how you actually use them will be a bit different. So Rain on Glass, you can put that on here. And there it is. You can see that there. You can head over to your, again, the Inspector tab and Open Effects. And you'll find that in there somewhere. All of your, make sure I select that right clip. And then you can see the Ignite on Glass. You can turn your effects off. Just like that. Drops per second. Pull that up. All right, so that's basically how you use effects here in Davinci. And also, like I said, it's more similar to Premiere than it is. Let me actually turn this effect off. Turn that off. It's more similar to Premiere than Media Composer. Both of these are, because you have things exposed, like in your inspector. You have your transform controls right there in a tab. Same thing for Hitfilm here, where you can just grab things and move them around, change their size right here in the viewer. Whereas in Media Composer, if I wanted to do that, I go to grab the video, nothing's going to happen, because Media Composer is entirely effect based. So if I wanted to do that kind of stuff, I'd have to grab an effect. So in this case, it would be 3D warp. Drop that on the clip. After I do that, then I can actually grab things and move it around. Or Control Z out of that. Or of course, use our sliders here. But those two are definitely worth checking out if you want a video editor that's capable, full-featured, and it's actually good. And it's free, both of these. So there's controls, effects, history over here in Hitfilm. And they have plenty of tutorials, so I don't need to go through any of this. You can learn all that for free on their own YouTube page. And there's plenty of stuff out there for Resolve as well. Media pool, grab your shots. You can just drop stuff right in real quick. So if I want this, just drop it right in. And there it is, ready to go. Of course, pull it into your timeline. Quick fade in there. A lot of great tools. It's crazy that this is, actually free. If I want to do that in Media Composer, if I go to grab a clip and drag it in, it's going to have to import. Which is, let me grab this window, so if I can pull it over here. It's going to import, but of course, because it's going to import, it's going to take a little longer on the front end, but it's going to give me better performance when I'm actually editing, So it sort of depends on how you want to do things. You can, of course, optimize your footage and your media in both of Hitfilm and Davinci as well, so you can get better playback. Just depends on how you like to edit. There's a phrase, you pay up front or you pay later. So you pay up front means you transcode your footage first, so you have a better editing experience, or you really want to get in there and just start editing like right now. So you're going to pay later. You might pay in the editing process with having to wait a bit longer, or you might pay on the export because it might take longer to actually export all of those native clips than having them transcoded already. Of course, you can link in Media Composer as well. You can right click, input, source browser, and then you just go to the link here and grab your clips. You can link them like that, but again, you have the same issue. Media not playing back, or maybe not necessarily playing back at the right speed during the editing process. I always like to transcode my footage first. These are already transcoded, but usually if you link things, which is actually the proper way to do things in Media Composer, would be to say right-click, input, source browser. I don't know if I have any... Now I gotta wait because it's processing media. Good old source browser. You can see it down there. Head back over here while we're waiting for that to do its thing. So here we have an explosion clip that is transparent. So I could actually drag that and drop it right on top. And boom, you can see it right there. Which, this is a free clip, by the way. Not the female. That's a paid clip. But this explosion, which I'm going to show you in a minute where to get those, and a bunch of other free assets. Let me see if this finally decided to let me do things. So again, the proper way in Media Composer, if you want to import things, because import takes twice as long than link and transcode does, just because of the old process, whatever. But you find your clips, link it. Now I could technically go ahead and start to edit, but as you can see, it's kind of skipping around. So transcode your footage, just right click it, consolidate transcode, transcode it, choose where you want to put it, choose your rate. I always do color encoding myself, and then hit transcode. Let me pull this window over here. That'll transcode my footage for me. Red Mace, or Mass, what's up, dude? So transcode this. So this is, this is paying up front. We're paying up front. We're linking our footage, and in my case, I like the transcode. So I'm going to spend my time up front transcoding my footage, so that way when I get to editing, it just plays, more smooth. So then you can get rid of your link clips if you want. And then there's that clip, completely transcoded. You can see it plays perfectly fine.
5, 4, 3.
Of course, put it, right in your sequence there. All right. So again, these two are linked below to get these for free, these editors for free. Hitfilm and Resolve. They're both worth checking out because there are differences. Like there's the Fusion editor here, which can get, sort of complex if you want to, which is fine. There's a color option, Fairlight for audio, which is pretty cool to have that all included, all within one app. I haven't done a ton of stuff with Resolve just because I know Media Composer so well, but this is worth checking out if you if you need a video editor. Same for Hitfilm there. Okay, so next, again, those are linked below. I think I already have those. If I don't, I'll do it after the archive gets processed. I think I have them though. So next up, dudes. We did that already. Get rid of it. Did this already. Don't need it. All right. So next up, more free stuff. 1 second here. Okay. 120 free sound effects for videos, apps, films, and games. And that's over here at Premium Beat. Go and grab this. I'll pop it in the chat, and then I'll pop it in the description as well. Let me just grab the title and pop that in so you know what it is. Pop that in. Give it about a minute to update. All right. Okay. So you can get the free trailer sound effects pack. I don't know if I can play this while I'm streaming. Let me see. So of course you're not going to get the music there. You're just getting those sound effects. So glitch sound effects. You're going to get this here. 25 free explosion sound effects and 15 free fireballs. So those are shot on, or those are alpha channels. Horror sound effects, ambient. These are pretty cool too, these HUDs sound effects. Already have that linked in the description. And let's pull up VLC here. And so this is kind of what it will look like after you unzip everything. I'll just grab some, throw them in here. See what they sound like. I gotta make sure I'm not peeking over here. Let me just minimize that. And that's useful for, if you have glitch titles or anything glitching on screen. All those sound effects are free. The only thing you can't do with them is distribute them, right? But you can use them however you want. You can even use them for commercial work. All of this stuff. What else we got? What other effects we got? What else was included in that was, what was it? The UI, I think. I think this was included, maybe not, I don't know. What's a click? Come back here. Horror sound effects. Let me see if I have that one. Well, here's the ambients that are included. Grab those. Throw them here. Royalty free. You can use these in whatever you want. So that's kind of like birds. The street. Campfire. Forest. Plane there. More street traffic. All those for free, man. And they have a lot of stuff over here at Premium Beat for free, which we'll go through some other time. But the Detonate, I'm pretty sure I have those. So we have the, let's see, here's the movie making template, Hollywood looks, camera shake. There it is. So your explosion sound effects, again, all of these are free. Free to use, free for commercial work. Let me grab all these here, actually, and get rid of those. Clean that stuff up a bit. Let me turn this down just to make sure I don't blow your speakers out. So good effects there. But you also get the elements here, which just isn't going to look very good here in VLC because it's in alpha channel. You see that there? Kind of just stops right there. So to see that better, you just stop that. To see that better, we could look at it in an actual video editor. So the work here in Hitfilm, for example. Let's see, let's just grab this fire plume, we'll throw it in here. Get that out of the way. Just grab it and throw it in. And just hit play. Because it's not rendered. It's a little slow because it's not rendered yet. But it's, you know, just that easy to throw them in there. And of course, your effect, your sound effects, you could throw those in there as well. So let me just grab one, throw it in here, and put that down in the audio. Just that easy, man. So of course in Media Composer though, let me just grab some of these here. I'm going to throw these in. Boom, boom, boom. Audio imports quick in Media Composer. And then, to see this in a bit better quality, I'm going to grab, I guess, these three. I'm going to import those into Media Composer. I want to matte there. Pull this over here so you can actually see it. This is going to import those files. So we're paying up front, so we have, you know, easy editing. We can really see this much better. So first, it's got to create the fill, and it's got to create the alpha data. It's going to do that for all three. So while we're waiting for that to happen, head back over here. Already went through this, didn't we? Yeah. So here's some of the free horror. Again, all of these are free to use. Sound effects for free. Just don't distribute them anywhere else, but you can use them however you want. Let's see if I can play this while I'm streaming. Of course, you're not going to get the music with it, just the sound effects. Stop that. That's already linked below, Davinci Resolve. That's already linked below too, so let's head back to Media Composer, see if we're about done. Should be the last one here. There's our fill. And our alpha. Bada bing. There we go. Alright, so here's our clips now. Double click, you can see those here. Boom. Now, when I play now, you're going to see them in real time. And they're on black or, alpha there. It's a slow explosion there. Right here. It's a fireball. Okay, so let me come in here. This is going to be similar, of course. I mean, the look is going to be similar for any NLE that you're using. So let's grab that one. If I have a different clip here. No, better use this one here. Let me pop that in instead of this. Okay, all right, good. So then we'll just grab our explosion, pop that in. You can see it's transparent. Playback, boom, nice and smooth. Of course, you can always render that. Media Composer for even better playback. Bada bing, then grab an explosion of sound effect. And there's no waveforms in the viewer here. In Media Composer, which, I wish they would go ahead and do that. You will have, as you can see, you get your waveform in Hitfilm. Let me grab sound effect here. Throw it into our media pool. There, you can see your waveform here. So you can see your waveform in Davinci and Hitfilm. And again, those are both free. Can't see it in Media Composer. But anyway, we'll just select that. Select our audio tracks. Pop it in underneath. Now, if you want to see your waveform on your clips in Media Composer, we can show that here with audio data, waveform. And there it is. Now I want to come up here to my tools and my audio mixer. Let's make sure that's left and right. I'm going to pull it down, say 9 dB. There we go. So that effect could be better. Let me see. Grenade. Here's bomb there. Let me pull this over. That works. That's better. I'm going to go ahead and take that down 9. That one's better. And throw that in here. There we go. So Control-Shift-F, full screen. There you go. Free explosions, free sound effects there. And that's basically how you use them. Of course, using them in Hitfilm is a little bit different. Using them in Davinci is a little bit different. But you basically just drag them in, or in Davinci you might need to import those to get your alpha. Okay. So I think that's all we had for this studio stream. Again, all of these links will be in the description below. You can get all that stuff for free. Again, head over to that plugin. What was it? Not Plugin Alliance, but Audio Deluxe if you want to get that CLA compressors for 59 bucks. If you're just joining, just go to the beginning of the video or about the beginning of the video where I show you how to get even more off. It's YNY23. That's the current code. It's a sort of a secret. All right. So grab Davinci Resolve and grab Hitfilm and grab Ignite Express. All of those are free. And let me check my... Yeah, I already have all of those. Linked. All right. Jesus, there's a bunch of free stuff in this one. You can also head over here to Premium Beat, and they have even more free stuff as well. Video editing here. There's our free downloads right here. Bunch of free stuff. 191 motion graphics there. And a lot of this stuff is worth, actually worth getting. All right, so that's all in the description below. That there. All right, man. I'm done with Media Composer here. Get rid of that. Hit film. There we go. And I was going to go through some about Streamlabs, which you can get Streamlabs for free. That's what we're using right here to stream with. And maybe we'll go through that next time on how to actually trigger, so I can trigger that. So now you're going to see the studio stream, open title. Now you're going to see the that video file there.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Back to the desktop there. So maybe we'll go through that next time. You can set all this up pretty easily and get streaming in just a few minutes, actually. And a link for Streamlabs, by the way, is already down below if you want to download it, and that's also free. All right, so let me get my outro music set up here. Grab that. Very good. There we go. Got that set up. I need to put this in the description here. Let me see if I have it. You already have it. Okay. So, lastly, which I already mentioned up top, if you want to get any of these samplers from It Might Get Loud, they're all on sale for $20 until it looks like tomorrow, until the 12th. All right. Again, the Amazon page linked below, BenoniStudio.com, linked below. And that's it, man. End of Studio Stream 3. And by the way, the titles of the Studio Stream have no bearing to the actual content. I just put in there whatever I want. All right, so that's it for this one, man. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. And we'll have another one. I don't know when. Eventually. That's all for this one.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
Once you cross over, there are things in the darkness that can keep your heart from ever feeling the light again.
I'm a violent man, a terrible, powerful, violent man.